Happy Friday, everybody. Next week is Christmas, and I'm sure a great number of us are running through Dayquil, NyQuil, everything as I battle a cold, and everybody battles a cold around here when the weather gets cold. The allergies just seem to get a little worse. But I'm going to make it. We're ready to talk some football here tonight. I hope you are too. I'll see you right after the intro. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday night. It is Mr. First Down, your favorite Titans fan, or you can just call me Sam, whatever works for you. Happy to be here. Hope you are ready for the holiday cheer that is coming your way. It looks like we got some, we got some Christmas lights. I got some Christmas lights on my man cave wall and the dresser it's on top of. I love this time of year. I do not like the cold and allergies that come with it, but we're going to make it through. But I hope you all are having a great time and that you are ready for Christmas. Got all the presents bought, got all the good things bought. So we're going to march on here. We're going to talk about a couple of topics that have come up, especially in the area of Titans. And then we're going to talk some NFL stuff for my Titans fans out there. And I hope you're all paying attention to this. It seems to be a misconception here. Okay. We all worry about Miss Amy Adams-Strunk, our owner, meddling in the affairs of the team too much or making a bad decision that would, ultimately knock the dominoes to where we finally found ourselves here. I think she does herself a disservice by hiding from the limelight instead of just being out front saying, yep, that's the decision I made. But I digress. Amy Adams-Strunk, supposedly, because Adam Schefter's report said I believe she made. I think she made. He doesn't know it for certain, but I'm not one to doubt Schefter either, that she's the one that fired Callahan early. So both of these things can be true here. I can, think it's a good decision to fire Callahan, and I do. And I think plenty of evidence supports that firing him was the right decision. The other thing can be true that I don't want an owner to be too meddlesome. That doesn't mean she didn't make the right decision here. I personally think they were going to fire him later in the season. I think Schefter pointed towards that as well. He was on the local radio station down here. So to me, I think it was the right decision. So I wouldn't call it a meddling owner move. I call it the correct move. So that's one thing. The other thing that I think some people have gotten up in arms about is Cam Ward wants to be part of the interview process for coaches and whatnot. And why is that such a big deal? He has a stake in this. He's going to be here the next 4 to 5 years. Of course, he wants to get to know the coaches and everything that they're going to interview. I don't know why any consternation about that whatsoever, but I found it. People just need to relax. I think when you look at this, is just everybody wants the Titans to do good. Okay. All the Titans fans, we all want to be successful. And these 2 years have made us irritable. It has made us lash out at one another. And we're forgetting the true thing here is we just want to be successful. That's what we want to be. And they are obviously sacrificing this season. And hopefully that better things come down the way, such as having over $100 million in cap space. That's terrific. You can help fix this team along the way. You could probably help it get better faster, depending on what free agents come along. You have a draft class that is doing well. Parker Harsky also wrote an article about how the Titans are getting faster. It's not leading to wins, but the last 2 games have been much more efficient on offense. Not so much defense, which is a little weird to me, but a lot more on offense. They have become a lot more quick and a lot more decisive. So, and a lot of that is the rookies. I feel like the rookies have had to grow up together this year, have had to overcome difficulties this year, hit their walls and crash through them this year. You were getting good play from your rookies against the 49ers. Too bad the defense was just befuddled. But anyway, I truly think good things are ahead. You can call me an optimist or whatever. I think Borgonzi is a smart dude. I think he drafted a very good draft class. I think a lot of guys are getting better as the season goes along. And we're going to see if we can get a home win down here in Nashville against the Kansas City Chiefs that are struggling right now. And right now, I have Alabama and Oklahoma on, and it looks like Alabama just scored. So I think it is 17-17, Alabama and Oklahoma. Alabama looked dead in the water. Now they have risen up to take it to the Sooners or whatnot. Quite the season for the Sooners. I have a friend named Alan who loves the Sooners, and he will be absolutely devastated if Alabama doesn't, or if they don't find a way out of this kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. It's pretty impressive, the Sooner season. I think they got lucky a couple of times, but it shouldn't take away from their overall what they accomplished. They deserve to be in the playoffs. I'll say that. So, but anyway, Cam Ward. This is a fun thing. This makes me happy because I think a lot of the things as you go through this nasty season is what can I point to that gives me hope for the future or whatnot. And one of that is the plays of your rookie quarterback, Cam Ward. The last five games, passer rating of 83.9, 878 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 5 games. That makes me feel so much better because under Callahan, he was so dead in the water. McCoy, he looked like he had a little bit of life, minimal gain, and now he seems to be turning into a decently solid quarterback. So where did that lead next year? I don't know. I'm not one to judge rookie quarterbacks on their first year. I make it a point not to judge quarterbacks on their first year. It seems like people that say all the right things, like Jason Whitlock, for example. A quarterback needs 3 to 5 years to become good, and then he's already passed judgment on Cam and everything else. We tend to do this. I feel like the national media and other people on the internet and everything tend to do this. They jump the gun so much. Our defense has not been this prolific weapon. Sanders put up a lot of yards on it, and they think, oh, see, he's obviously better than Cam Ward. And then they get brought back down to earth the next game by a horrible performance by Sanders. So it's so silly to judge a quarterback in his first year. Lots of guys that are great have bad first years. It's just how it is. It's how it's going to be. It's just, what can you do? What can you do? But anyway, I'd be curious to how many coaching vacancies will be made during Black Monday, I think, this year. I'm trying to figure out who's safe and who's not safe, who's going to be let go. All those things are interesting to me. So let's see. We got 22 seconds left before it's halftime. Alabama has scored 17 unanswered points to tie the game. It's got to make you a little sick if you're a Sooners fan. Got to be a little sick out there. So I don't see a lot of people in chat today. So if we're not going to talk NFL football, I'll just mosey on out of here and take NyQuil and pass out. Doesn't bother me at all. So I see 16 people watching, and I appreciate that. That's very nice. Most of you are on Twitter. So how about that Thursday night football game? That is like one of the big reasons you watch NFL football. You have Sam Darnold, and then you have Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is just a killer, an absolute killer in that game. Up and down the field, making things happen. He stalls a few times, but that guy is a stud. You get Sam Darnold. 3 turnovers. Looks rough. Can't complete a pass. Can't get JSN going. It all turns on its head with a big run from Kenneth Walker. It all turns on its head when Sam Darnold throws not a forward pass, and a Seahawks player touched it in the end zone to tie the game. We go in the overtime. The Rams drive down the field and score a touchdown. The Seahawks drive down the field and score a 2-point conversion, 38-37 final score. You love to see it. Probably the best Thursday night game they've had all year. I wish I could have stayed awake for it. I had to work the next day, and also battling this cold like I think a lot of us are. But anyway, walking into this Sunday's game, we're going against the Chiefs or whatnot, and I found it funny. These tickets were really expensive before Patrick Mahomes got injured. And as soon as he got injured, now people are uh, can't get a very good price for their tickets or whatnot. I boo-hoo, I say. I think you should go to the game regardless. But in comes Gardner Minshew, who has killed us so many times in the past, 4 times to be exact. Um, I remember in 2019 or 20, he sliced us up something awful. I mean, just it was the COVID year. There was like nobody in the stands, and he was just up and down over and over again. Him and Tannehill had a nice shootout. It was pretty flipping crazy. But yeah, you're gonna go against that guy. That guy, Minshew's a lot of things, but one thing he likes to do is whip the Titans. So it wouldn't surprise me to get a performance out here. However, there are a lot of injuries. We have injuries on our side. I'm bummed to say Cedric Gray is injured because he was making such good headway to get that tackling record. I hope he can still get it when he comes back next week. He is in concussion protocol. We had to put 3 guys on IR, including Xavier Woods, and he's been terrific for us. So now you've got 3 new guys showing up to play the game. It's this season, we cannot catch a break to save our lives. Now, Kansas City on the other side is also beat up. Rasheed Rice is out. Several linemen are out. It's a mess over there too. I'd be very curious if the Titans can actually win a home game for once. I will be there and full regalia, boas, giant foam hat, the whole shebang, and hope to get a win out of it. I don't fret about draft stock. I don't bet on my team losing or anything like that. I just, I would like to win the game. I think that would be great and do a great deal for my mental sanity. I'll tell you that much right here. But it's going to be interesting. We're coming down the home stretch here, and a lot of these divisions are going to be decided. The Texans, Jaguars, for one. Kansas City being eliminated is interesting. Bo Nix and company seem to take care of that division, wrap it up very nicely in a nice little bow. So it's very interesting. These games down the stretch. Bears and Green Bay play again this weekend. That's going to be an interesting game. Can the Packers figure it out without Parsons, maybe without Christian Watson? Try to get it going there. Does Matt LaFleur have something in mind? All these questions, and this is crunch time in the NFL. Here it is. If the Bears really want to make a mark here, they need to uppercut the Packers. But I digress. You got to do it first before I can believe you can do it. It's like beating Peyton Manning when he was in our division all those years. He just mudhole stomped a lot of us, and nothing we can really do. And I said, I'll believe the Titans can beat Peyton Manning when they beat Peyton Manning, and they did so a couple of times. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I won't stay on here on these airwaves. If nobody wants to talk some NFL, that's fine with me. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. I hope you are all enjoying some college football playoffs here, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you Sunday for after game takes after the Titans and Kansas City Chiefs game. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you later.